Walk on by, never even said hi. No, then we would never know just how hard it feels to open up hearts, to have to let it go. But we can't turn back now, 'cause we've come too far to not leave the broken hearts. I guess something inside my soul just couldn't stand to let you walk away so easily, you know. No. And maybe in time we can figure out just what these moments are all about. All we guaranteed is a little change. Oh, I don't want my heart to feel this way again. And I just need a little more time to make sure what we're doing is right. I just need a little more time to make sure that we're doing this right. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I figured that I'd stop by just one more time and let you know what's really on my mind. Oh yeah, we both got a lot to say, but the words escape. It never seems to be an easy way. No, no. I hope and pray we at least get just a
before, but I can't remember. Ooh.
Stop signs and the green lights, telling me how